Hi there, happy Halloween! Although when you see this, it is probably a couple of days after Halloween. Anyways, this year my family and I decided to do something extra for Halloween with decorations and treats, so I decided to film the entire process and everything we did, and I hope you enjoy this video. So as you can see, my mom and I decorated my coffee bar for Halloween at the start of October, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and you'll see how it looks like with the lights off in a bit. For breakfast, we decided to have a Halloween platter, so we boiled some eggs and drew faces on them, and then we made this little monster bread thing. We just cut out a hole as its mouth and we added blueberries as its eyes, and then we made sausage wrapped in strips of pastry to make it look like a mummy, and everything turned out really well and it tasted so good. I finally tried and made my very first pumpkin spice latte. So I just started by brewing some coffee. You're gonna see a lot of clips of coffee, and I'm sorry about that. I just find it super therapeutic to do and to watch this process, so I hope you enjoy. And then I poured the black coffee into my favorite Halloween mug, and just saying, I did tweak the recipe a little, so if you want to make it, I suggest googling it instead. But basically I used black coffee, pumpkin puree, brown sugar, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla extract, pumpkin spice extract because I don't have the actual pumpkin spice, but you can use the ingredients individually, and oat milk. And then I just combined everything into my milk frother. Once again, I just don't use measurements because that's just how I am, but it would be best if you did follow measurements. If you don't have a milk frother, just do it on a pot over the stove. It may even give you better results because you have more control for a much smoother drink. And then I topped it up with whipped cream and cinnamon, and this was one of the best coffees I ever had. I was honestly always so skeptical about this because the idea of pumpkin in my coffee was just really disturbing, but I loved it. For the pie, we used eggs, pumpkin puree, brown sugar, milk, a bunch of spices, and shortbread pastry for the crust. You can just Google the recipe if you want to know how to make it. shout out to my mom for doing the entire pumpkin pie because I can't bake to save my life. So we poked some holes in them, put beans, and then blind baked it in the oven for about 10 minutes. And then we combined the pumpkin puree into a big bowl with milk, egg, brown sugar, and all the spices, and you just whisk everything until you get this really beautiful pastel orange color. And this was our first attempt at a pumpkin pie. I was also really skeptical of having pumpkin as a dessert, but it turned out really well. The level of like spice to sweetness was really good and it was really creamy, although the crust was a little bit soft, but I loved it so much. No credits to me though. All I did was decorate the top with some leaves and cinnamon stick, but it was so good, and as you're watching this right now, I basically ate the entire pie. And then for dinner, my family and I had jack-o'-lantern quesadillas. He looked really cute and smiley, and I ended the night with a pumpkin pie topped with whipped cream. So that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoy, and it would mean a lot if you could drop a like and a subscribe. I hope you had a happy Halloween.